Hello and a good afternoon. We have recently visited Bosom Cat Cave. It is a small business that provides cat care service in Bottas Iskandar. It located somewhere in between McDonald's and Billion Shopping Mall in Iskandar. We have interviewed the current top manager and the owner of this business, Ms. Sharemi Mohammed. We have asked her questions about the environment of her business, the structure of her business, and the planning strategies, how she manages her business, and she found this business early 2017. It's almost 3 years ago. And just like any other business, her business has missions and visions. The most important visions that her business has is to move forward and expand her business throughout Malaysia for the next 4 years. It's a big plan. And also to improve, to provide the best possible cat care service in Malaysia. So, and the mission her business has is to improve and to provide the best cat care service daily, in daily basis, to provide the best possible cat care service daily basis into her customers, and to enhance her services to her customers, and also to provide the best Medicare service to the cats and to her customers. So thank you. That's my.
For Chapter 1, Management Environment, one of the biggest mistakes that managers make today is failing to adapt to the changing world. That is also one of the biggest mistakes you can make as an employee. The term managerial environment refers to factors, forces, situations, and events outside the organization that affect its performance. There are several components that can affect managerial environment, such as political, economic, global, technological, social, cultural, and demographic. As we can see for today, our political and economic aspects are not really stable due to the effect of this sudden change in government as well as the widespread of COVID-19, which causes many countries to be uproar. Based on our interview with Ms. Sharina, the manager of Posong Cat Cafe, she was concerned with the current economic and safety environment. A safety measure has been taken seriously by the past 2 months since the COVID-19 started to spread. She afraid that this situation will affect her cafe business and, most important, the safety of her cats. Ms. Sharina has taken an early precaution step by making sure all the customers to wash their hands before entering the cats cafe rooms, as this is to ensure the safety of the cats and also the customer from any harms. As a manager, Ms. Sharina also treats all her employees with great care. She always shows a good example, advise them, and give moral support to boost their moral and daily performance. Chapter 2, Decision Making. Making a decision is one of the responsibility of a manager. As someone who controls the whole organization, deciding is part of the job, and making the right decision plays an important role in determining the future of the organization. Decision making can be viewed as an 8-step process that involves identifying a problem, selecting an alternative, and evaluating the decision effectiveness. Ms. Sharina, the owner as well as the top manager of Possum's Cat Cafe, during the interview, mentioned that the most of the decisions that she made to the cafe that she ran were the product of through discussion with her family. Although she managed most of the things, she will still discuss with her family members. That is because this cafe was a family business as well, to help and approach people out there who love cats. Even though a manager has been practicing a decision-making process, there still will some errors being made by the manager herself. It is called decision-making errors and bias. There are 12 common errors that are usually done whether consciously or unconsciously by a manager. The errors are overconfident, encouraging effect, immediate gratification, selecting precipitation, confirmation, framing, availability, representation, randomness, sunk cost, self-serving, and last but not least, hindsight. During the interview session, Ms. Sharina regretfully stated that the common big mistake that she did in the past is trusting people too much. She is a good and kind-hearted person. Despite the fact that she is very strict with her staff, she is still a good manager and a boss. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Wafi. I'm going to talk about 3 things, which are planning strategies, human resources management, and managing change and innovations. First off, talking about planning, there is a stereotype of it which says planning is a waste of time because no matter how well you plan, there will always be unexpected obstacles. However, we cannot deny the fact that it's one of the most important things in organizations before making decisions, because we all know that without planning we cannot direct the organizations, we cannot achieve the targets, we will not know how to reach the objectives. By practicing planning, we can learn how to face unexpected, like various scenarios, various situations. Therefore, practicing planning is really important. Now I'm going to talk about human resources management. It cannot be denied that one of the reasons why an organization can be considered as one of the successful organizations or super organizations is the outstanding performance of each individual in it. It's the fact that to build successful organizations is required a competent, a talented employees or people who works there, who can work towards realizing the company's objectives. Therefore, a manager or a leader of organizations must have this ability. For instance, during our interview with Mrs. Sharina, the owner of Pausam Cat Cafe, actually, for her, since it is a restaurant company, they don't have any like high standard or qualifications to hire new employees, because like it's just a restaurant. However, because of this cafe has its own uniqueness, like having cats or whatsoever, therefore they have a special requirement, like at least the new worker knows how to handle a cat. However, she told us that it's not really important because like actually to handle a cat is a walk in the park. So if a new worker, even a new candidate, let's say they don't know how to handle a cat, as long as they want to work, they have a passion to learn how to handle a cat, Mrs. Sharina will gladly accept them. So in conclusion, we know that it has a vital role in organizations. Human resources management is one of the most important thing in organizations, because we all know that the quality of organization is determined by the quality of its employees. Without the qualified workers, the objectives of a company will never be achieved. Talking about managing change and innovation. Managing change and innovation in organization as complexity increases cannot be neglected since it is inevitable. We all know that it is relatively difficult despite the easy availability of information, but it has a very important role. It really has an important role in organizations. For instance, during the interview with Mrs. Sharina, she shares to us that a couple months ago, she just recently closed the restaurant she has, because she told us that the competition is getting harder, and also the restaurant was not generating enough income. So she thought that if she continued the operation of the restaurant, it would be self-destructive. Therefore, she closed the restaurant before. However, she didn't give up. She tried to innovate. She tries to see what's wrong in these organizations. And then she comes up with the idea that if she improves the standards of the company, the restaurant, in terms of good hygiene and the safety of customers get, she believes that it would make her restaurant better in customers' perspective. Therefore, She tries to change, she tries to innovate that this company, this restaurant has to be better than before. So, in conclusion, changes and innovation is inevitable, as I said before. Even if it is negative change or positive change, a manager must know how to react towards them. It can be seen from Mrs. Sharina's experience that no matter how difficult change is, a manager always have to react positively as long as they do not want to surrender from the competition. So, the most important thing is learning to innovate and implementing ideas to reach objectives and create great organizations.
Hi, my name is Akmal. So today I'm going to talk about discussion and also recommendation. So let's start with discussion. Based on our interview with Mrs. Sharina, we managed to collect some information on how she as a manager runs a company. We are able to extract the information into 5 main categories, which are management environment, decision making, planning strategies and process, managing human resources, and also managing change and innovation. So for the recommendation, based on what we have learned from the interview session with Mrs. Sharina, there are a few recommendations that we would like to highlight in order for her to improve the management of Cat's Cafe. In order to improve, the first step is she must have a better management function. The next one is Mrs. Sharina should also improve her leading skills. Finally, another aspect that can be improved is controlling.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Aizat, and based on the interview session with Ms. Sharina, we have a few recommendations and suggestions that we would like to give in order to improve the management of Cat Cafe. So in order to improve, what Ms. Sharina needs to do is she needs to have a better planning strategies and process, since planning is the foundation of management function. Although it is a little time consuming, better planning strategies and process will boost their business greatly. Another thing, Ms. Sharina should also improve her leading skills. Better leading skills will let the employees to have a better view of the organization goals. If the whole organization have a clear vision of what their goal is, it will get much easier and everybody in the organization will be pumped up. Therefore, higher profit and higher return at the end of every month would be secured. And finally, another aspect that can be improved is controlling. The performance of her employees is a bit slow whenever she's not around. Therefore, to avoid this behavior, what she can do is she can hire a team leader at every premises that she owns, so that if anything happens, the team leader can monitor the situation on behalf of her. By doing so, the performance of every employee will be maintained and improved over time. That's all from me. Thank you.